I know Brother Adis is here. He may ask a few. I'm glad to see the brother. You know, Brother Adis is a brother I've been knowing for years. Stand up, brother. When I saw the brother the other day, I was very encouraged because the brother looks good. Yes, sir. I appreciate the brother. The brother looks good. The brother, I remember him and Sultan and Kwasi in New York. I would hope that Kwasi would come. And a bunch of other brothers. It was a bunch of us brothers. We were in love. New York was, look, we were in love. There was a love that we used to share that was so nice, so warm. But none of us, or all of us, understood that we couldn't follow anybody. Because if you start following one, you have to dislike the other group. But I'm a black man, I have to love everybody. I have to love Muslims, I have to love Buddhists, I have to love Christians. So if I have to love everybody, then I'm going to make it easy. I ain't joining nobody. Because I have to love everybody anyway. So it makes it easy. So now we go to the question. The sister and then you, another, yes. Good afternoon.
Is it necessary to circumcise the male child?
Again, sit down. The sister asked, is it necessary to circumcise the boy, the male child? Well, who started that? European. Who, my last little girl was born. I said, I told her mother, if this child is born and I'm not here, you will not cut the navel string, okay? You understand? Listen to me now, Fanny. You will not cut this baby navel string, okay? And I'm going to tell you how to do it. When the baby's born, you put the baby on your chest and let the baby suck your breast. The placenta is going to come right out. You put the placenta in a bowl and put some flowers on it. Keep the navel string attached to the baby until the placenta. 4 days later, it falls off the baby. You throw away everything. No cutting, no stress. No, it isn't necessary to circumcise, because I was never circumcised. It was you. Next.
I was intrigued by you before and was very successful with it. But I'm a backslider and I want to know what is the cure for AIDS so I can get back on track.
She said that I treated her before and that she was cured, but something happened. I don't know. She wanted to get back on track. And the next question about how do I cure AIDS? Well, I have a daughter now that's 21, and she's the key to beautiful things. She's the daughter of this woman. Her mother hated me, and with all rights. The woman was right. Oh God, she was right. I have 2 wives in the same house, and this woman is in love with me. Oh God, this nigga is crazy. He's a Solomon. Nigga, look, you are a jive, MF. Her mother cursed me out. She cursed me out, and I'm standing looking at Miss Margaret, and I could see the hurt in her eyes. Because this woman is in love with this man that already have 2 wives in the same house. Boy, what do I do? And I find myself in this triangle here and don't know how I got in it. But years went by. You know, she got a baby, she got pregnant, they kicked her out of the house. But that's okay. She had the baby, little girl, Zave. Zave grew up. Zave was 19. She killed her mother, her grandmother of diabetes. The little girl that this woman didn't want to come into the world grew up to cure her diabetes. Last month I got a notice from the mother that Zave just killed a woman in New York of AIDS. How do we cure AIDS? It's simple. We put the compounds together to address the mucous membrane, to cleanse the mucous membrane, to cleanse the bowels. Simultaneously, we went to the forest and found the herbs such as over here on the alkali side, sarsaparilla is an herb that has the highest concentrate of iron. Fluorine, iron. Guaco, that is a plant that has, I thought I had a stick with me because I'm always chewing on it. This is guaco. Guaco is a plant that would definitely strengthen the immune system because it is iron again. But it has potassium iodide, no, potassium phosphate, not iodide. Iodide comes from the ocean. Kankansa, that's an African plant. Kankansa is an African plant. This plant has one of the highest concentrate of what? Potassium phosphate. Those are just a few of the plants. We use about 40 some odd plants to cleanse the body, strengthen the immune system, and electrify the system because you want to electrify the body. That's how simple we cure AIDS. We cure AIDS. We don't treat AIDS. This thing here says that Moringa said, and they keep repeating it, that they uses it when they believe that it's going to cure. They think, oh no, we got to stop talking like that. We cure. That's how we got to start talking. If you don't cure, get out of the way. Because you're lying to people. Next question. The brother. Peace and blessing.
I'm really enjoying your lecture, and my question is, when you see a client, what's your thought process?
When I see a client, my thought process, I already know what the brother needs. Like the Mexican knew what I needed. The Mexican said, you're dying because you have disobeyed. Without, unconsciously you disobeyed. So when a brother comes to me, I already know what the brother needs. I don't need to go into a whole bunch of scientific jargons and intimidating the brother by putting light in his eyes, iridology. I don't do that. I don't do anything. I just give you what I know you need. People come to me for compound from Japan. She killed a woman in Japan named Kaoto Kita in Kobe. She never seen the woman. She was in hospice already. With cancer what? The lungs. There you go. Cancer of the lungs in hospice. She never seen the woman. In a month time, she vacationed in Hawaii. Okay, there you got it. Yes. Harder than you. Yes, the sister.
I'm Khadija, and I have a sister leader who she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and she's been in my care for 2 years. I do have her on a fresh food diet, all organic foods, all raw foods, and I'm seeing a big improvement. But I feel as though she needs some other things. And what else can I do to help her? And
Alzheimer's.
She has Alzheimer's, yes, sir.
Okay, Alzheimer's. That's a brain problem, right? Remember what I said? There's only one disease? Okay. When you have mucus in the nasal passage, it is sinusitis. When you have mucus in the bronchial tubes, it's bronchitis. When you have mucus in the lungs, it's pneumonia. But now you have mucus where? For you to have Alzheimer's, where is the mucus? So we have to remove the mucus from out of the system, especially the brain, but then we have to feed the brain. That's where biochemistry comes into play. The brain. Like if the sister was suffering with rickets, that's bones, right? So we have to address calcium. If she had leukemia, it would be blood, that's iron. But now she has Alzheimer's. She has mucus in the brain, which prevents the brain from receiving what? Oxygen. Now, what is the brain composed of? Copper and carbon. That is what produces electricity. Copper and carbon. It's simple. Copper and carbon produces electricity. You go to an electrical plant, and all you're going to see is a big wheel turning, and it's copper. But against the wheel are these carbon brushes, and the friction of the carbon and the copper produces the resonance they call electricity. Electricity is not fire, it is vibration. But when you short circuit it, it becomes fire. So yes, we do have, but she must go to Honduras. What is her age approximately? What? Oh, she's young. She's young. She's very young. She could go to Honduras, and it would be fast. Why Honduras? Like sister went to Honduras with her husband, Linda, Richie, and her husband. She will see the improvement in days. Like the woman went down with a goiter. Like the brother went down there with his stiff leg, and in 3 days he was running up the hill. And he could not believe it. Like, this is where a name comes to mind. And I want you all to remember this, because this is a woman that we all love and we all respect. A brother was taken to Honduras, to the village. You see, the thermal waters in the village has a pH of 8.9. One of the highest attainable pH in waters is found in Honduras and in Africa. Thermal waters, that is. The little boy named Shelby, he has AIDS. He has Kaposi sarcoma. All the black spots on his body. The boy went to the thermal bath 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. The boy came out of the bathroom screaming. The black spots were gone. His mother and my wife, Ma'a, were very close friends. Ma'a told Malakia, take Shelby to Honduras. On the 4th day, he's doing good. How long is Shelby going to stay there? 1 month. I said, 1 month, he's cured. On the 4th day, the sore disappeared, right? On the 10th day, he tell his mama, I want my passport. She said, for what? I want to go back to Los Angeles. Dr. Sebi says that you have to stay here a month. He said, bitch, did you hear me? That is what we mothers and fathers get from our children today because of those hamburgers. It wasn't Shelby's fault. It wasn't that child's fault. That child went back to Los Angeles and began to use crack and died about 2 months later. But Malakia is telling the sister that you all know very well about the incident. Present was Oprah Winfrey, and she said she was telling the story to her aunt, which is Maya Angelou. But I'm nobody. I'm nobody anywhere in the world. I just happen to cure AIDS, but that means absolutely nothing. My son told me I messed up. I should have been a boxer in cracking people's jaws. I get millions of dollars. But the crack jaw come to you and they pay you pennies. So you are nobody, Daddy. In this world of today, curing AIDS or any disease means absolutely nothing. I am not a famous person. I'm insignificant. So Miss Oprah Winfrey said, well, if he's that good, how come I haven't heard of him? Well, I'm not famous. Oprah.
His wife.
Oh. My book would be out in July. I know she's not going to advertise it, although she suffered embarrassment with 1 million broken pieces. But that's okay. We have to remember the blood and starch. So when you go home, you remember that blood and starch, because that prevents you from liking you, from loving yourself. Because I was there. I was there. Did I want to blow my brains out once? Yes, I did. Well, why was that? I was stressed. I was eating blood and starch. But when the Mexican came and said I was wrong, I listened. And here I am, 42 years later. Do you see the benefits of this? A Mexican came to rescue me, to rescue you. So we cannot. But wait, the other part of it is Africa. There isn't an African country that I could go and practice herbology. But why did Bush, who all of us think, or most of us think the man is bad, how come I could practice herbology in the United States?
You got power over him. That's why.
I don't have any power. No, I don't. Because I don't even know what power is. I just know what's mine. That's all. I know what's mine and what's yours, what's ours. So what's ours, when the Supreme Court said, the FDA said, you were not supposed to sell these products. Exhibit A. The FDA said, what? That I'm not supposed to sell my products? Well, maybe the FDA knows the food that is consistent with the African cellular predisposition. Because when they removed us from Africa, they didn't bring food with us. Maybe the FDA knows about these foods. Could you tell us, please, Mr. FDA? But when the FDA talks, we get scared. Scared of what? They're not God. You understand me? No, I don't have any power over nobody. I don't want that. If you know what I like to do, you will know I don't want any power. the brother in the back.
Hepatitis C.
Yes, sir. Mr. Charles Fisher. Who is Charles Fisher? He was the manager for LL Cool J. That was my second case of hepatitis C. Yes. What is hepatitis C? The liver has been stressed.
Right.
Beyond. Hepatitis C is nothing. Maria Elena from San Pedro had cancer of the liver. Her mother and her aunt bought the black dress to bury her. The doctor sent her home to die. Maria Elena's sister saw a newspaper with me in it. She said, hey, there's a nigger down there in Hutiapa that got a big mouth that says he could do a bunch of stuff. And she came. 2 years have gone by. Maria Elena is healthier than her sister. Yes. What is hepatitis C? It's when the liver has got so toxic and loaded with what?
Yeah, I saw this.
With poison. Blood and starch. So we clean it, clean the body, because you have to clean the intestines, you have to clean the liver, you have to clean the blood, because all of these have been affected. Yes, brother, we have cured many of hepatitis C.
So what herbs would you use, doctor?
It's not an herb, it's a therapy.
Therapy?
It's a therapy we have.
Okay, I was so encouraged to, what's that, interferon?
Interferon?
Yeah, I was encouraged to be...
Brother, interferon is something that's been on the set for 25 years, and I have been curing AIDS and sickle cell and lupus, herpes, blindness, and paralysis. Interferon doesn't do that. Interferon is a chemical that is derived from the penis of a brother.
Mercy.
You know that, right? You know it. Yeah. That's not even right. Come on, the Bible says the herbs are for the healing of the nation. The Bible isn't saying about chemicals. Right? Okay. So now we could tell the world, yes, we object. Oh, one more thing. One more thing is very important. Many of you have insurance companies, right? Insurances. And on that sheet, it says that they do not honor anyone that isn't an accredited physician. Meaning that you are compelled to go to see a physician to give you his chemicals. But now, they are telling you that they're God. And that you have no other recourse. But let me tell you something. Yes, they have to honor us. Because we have the only compound in the world that is consistent with our cellular predisposition. Nobody else.
Can you give us some foods that are alkaline?
Food that are alkaline. We could begin with mushrooms.
Si tu souhaites apprendre à alcaliniser ton corps avec tous les principes du docteur Sebi, que ce soit la liste des aliments approuvés par lui-même ou la compréhension de qu'est-ce qu'un aliment électrique, tu peux retrouver tout ça dans le pack santé totale. En plus, j'y ai ajouté tout ce qui est en lien avec le sport et la compréhension des macronutriments, ce qui est très important pour vraiment atteindre ton objectif à tous les niveaux. Le lien est dans ma description.
We could begin with mushrooms, quinoa, quinoa, amaranth, mushrooms, portobello, crimini, also oyster mushrooms. Many people are of the opinion that oyster mushrooms or mushrooms are fungus. What is a fungus? A fungus is something that grows on you and eats things up. Mushrooms are the product of mycelia. This is a network that nourishes. I have cured many diseases, psychological problems, with the Stropharia cubensis. So let me tell you something, mushrooms are very good. They're high in potassium. Yes. And then the next, wait. Good afternoon, ma'am.
I know
The blood and the starch is two of the things you said that we should get rid of. I'm working really hard. I've gotten rid of the blood. I'm having a hard time with the starch. I just needed an idea of some things too.
To substitute.
Yeah, substitute.
But-
And one more question, water. I do the distill, but I hear a lot about, drink spring, drink distill, which I do the distill a lot of
Okay.
it.
About the starches, you could eat quinoa or amaranth. And also spelt. You could buy the spelt pasta. Spelt. You could buy spelt. I eat a lot of spelt. And you know something? I learned something lately, like I'm learning something every day. Because I don't know everything. I don't want to know everything. And it's impossible for me to know everything. But I learned this. That when you combine spelt flour, quinoa, and amaranth together, just the pure powder, the flour, and you want to bake something, if you just add the almond milk and the sea salt and the other ingredients, such as you could add a little bit of what? Agave is good. That's very good. But now, if you want this flour to rise up and be fluffy, who said sea moss? You did. You cook the sea moss to a jelly. And you take about 2 tablespoons and you put that cooked sea moss in the batter along with the almond milk and the rest of the ingredients, and that stuff becomes fluffy. I said, this is a natural yeast. And someone hit me to that, which was Gary, right? Gary Ricketts worked with me for many years, and he still works with me. And he put that together. He made a waffle. Oh my God! I used to go to Gary's house in the morning just to eat his waffle. But his waffle was sweet because he used to put the maple syrup in it, in the batter. And then he make the waffle. You didn't have to put any maple syrup on it after that. It was delicious. And in the morning, okay, just let me go quick through all.
Peace, Dr. Sebi. I wanted to know if you accepted practicums, internships,
What's that?
internships, like practicums to come and learn. Well, I came from Honduras.
You come from Honduras?
No, I wanted to practice. I wanted to know if I could have an internship study with me.
Oh, if you want to...
I know you say black woman is key, so
Oh,
I
as
learned
a
all I
student?
can. Yes.
Well, that is what we're working on now, because the woman took over the whole thing, my daughters and the women that associated with them. And they would like many more sisters to join in, because I'm out of here. I want to go sit down by the river and smoke my dope.
Well, can I get your information?
What's that?
Can I get your information?
So wait, the sisters, give her your number, because she's the one that's in charge of that, and I'm quite sure that she's going to consider you.
Okay.
Wait, the brother is deciding. Hi. Thank you for coming.
Yes. What I want to, my name is Justine, and what I want to know is how do you get rid of fear?
How to get rid of fear?
Yes, fear.
There ain't a nigga in the world as scared as me. And you want me to tell you how to get rid of fear. Well, you know something about fear? Fear. Fear is a natural occurrence. You don't get rid of fear. You understand fear. You don't get rid of it, because fear is necessary. But you don't let fear control you, right? Because it would paralyze you. Fear would prevent you from opening the door where there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Fear, you see, when I was insane, to a greater extent than I am now, I was placed in a psychiatric ward in New Jersey. And they were right. But what they didn't know, that I was aware that I was sick. I was also aware that I would not take any of anything that they gave me in that hospital. But there was a man that, you know the swinging doors, right? A swinging door is a door that opens both ways, and you're going to swing it. And every time he came to his door to go inside his room, he used to stand there. Yeah. Oh, and he could never open that door. I used to go by and swing the door. And he'd go in and say, "Thank you, man." Why couldn't he open that door? Fear. But once you open the door and you see this great big thing, fear is gone. A bright tomorrow, hey, I'm no longer in fear. But then comes another one that's going to trick you. What are surety? Is E? All right. Surety. Surety make you do this. Yeah, I'm bad now, but there could be a quicksand there, and you're gone. So you learn that when you conquer fear, then you walk, but you test carefully. And if you conquer surety, then you go into the other one. And this I'm going to really trick you. Power. Power gives you a freedom to execute, but not to violate. Because if you violate, even though you're in power, they will kill you. They did that to Nicolae Ceausescu, right? In Czechoslovakia. Because Nicolae Ceausescu wanted everyone to stop eating meat. Because he knew. But you don't change people overnight. They killed the man. Because he imposed some other laws on them that were cruel. He used to kill them too. So power has to be understood, not to be misused. Then if you survive power, then you get the last one that's going to get you. So you see, it's all about peace. I'm happy that I'm 73 years of age and that I'm happy, but I have to thank the Mexicans. But when I go around my brother's 73, are you all right? I say, Marcel, that's the only one alive now. My age. I say, you asking me if I'm all right? No, man, I'm not all right. He's coughing. He got these back pains and stuff. And I say, you could do better than that. Because you're only 72. I'm a year older than him. But he can't see beyond where he's at. And I shouldn't expect for him to make such a leap, because I didn't do it that way either. Because even after the Mexican had stopped me from eating the stuff, I went back cheating with some chicken. And one day I went by Brother Bill's Tennis, the Golden Bird. You all know the Golden Bird in LA, right? You remember that? And I bought some Golden Bird chicken. I ran home, and I look out the window, nobody's coming. And take it outside and spray the house because they had these 4 black women. They were nosy. These black women were nosy. They always come up. What you have? You open the refrigerator, looking all around. They must have seen something in me. But these 4 black women were the one that stopped me from lying. Stop eating that chicken, the last thing. But here I am. And I'm happy to say that here I am. Because I want all my brothers to say, here I am at 80 or 90. Because the man that healed me was 94. And he had 2 wives in Mexico. He was healthy, wore no glasses. And he was always laughing. He said, look, before you leave, remember this. Never you socialize with people that are serious. Serious people are sick. Because there's no reason to be serious. Because I cure AIDS and diabetes, I've proven that. And I'm not serious. I'm your brother. I want to play with you. I play with my wife all the time. I don't have no time to this other stuff. If this other stuff comes in, then something is wrong. Next question.
Hi, Dr. Sebi. My question is, as a woman, how do you cure high blood pressure and rapid hair loss?
High blood pressure and what?
Rapid hair loss.
Rapid hair loss?
Hair loss.
High blood pressure. High blood pressure is easy. Just stop eating. When we have the product to remove the pressure immediately, people go down to Honduras, and in less than 3 days, the pressure's down. The man just came from Caymans. That's right, Caymans. Grand Caymans. He came down with high blood pressure, diabetes, and impotent. Young brother, 52. 3 days later, man, my pressure is down. Dr. Sebi, my pressure is down. See, yes, I know that. What's the problem there? Why are you so amazed? 5 days later, my sugar is gone. I don't have no more sugar. And then, on the 10th day, he come with his girlfriend telling me. I like to see that. Because I was impotent. And these old folks in Honduras was telling me to drink eggs and wine and meat, cheese, butter. And the Mexicans say, you're crazy. Stop eating, and you can get all the sex you want. Stop eating, and it happened. So brothers, if you're in trouble, stop eating. And there's a product outside, they call it Viento. Brother, I don't care how much in deficit you are, you will be out in less than 24 hours. I know. I have to be abreast with that because my wife is 20 years younger than me. I can't allow this woman to get ahead of me. You understand? And she looks good and she's youthful. So I have to maintain energy. And I want all of you brothers to understand that stuff that we eat, wait. Just draw this for you, that we will see what it is I'm talking about. Because this is important. I recorded a man from the age of 15, I saw his life because I was a curious boy. Remember, I'm the boy that didn't go to school. So I was looking at things that the schoolboy wasn't looking at or seeing. This man named Brindley, he was in his 20s. I was 21, he was 25, 4 years older than me. And he was the dude, a woman's man. But when I was in my 40s and I went back to Honduras, Brindley was 46, I was 41. And Brindley was like, yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. His wife gone. She's a seamstress. She's gone a long time. But when he was young, he had every woman in the world. I said, Brindley, what happened? Man, you know, I'm old now. I said, hey, nigga, you're 46. I'm 41. There again, what is old? What is old? Old is when you get to my age. 73, nigga, you old. Sure, I'm old. If I had a big belly on me and I wore these glasses and I was hooked up to a machine, and no woman want an old sick man beside her. So brothers, look, stop eating blood. Because when you get to my age, you want to be healthy. You want to be playing with her, right? Sure you do. Why not? She's your companion. You want to play and laugh with this woman. Really couldn't. Why? You see, this stuff right here. This is what a man plays his manhoodness with. His penis. Yeah, I'm a man. But in here, to keep this penis erected, these little orifices, they call veins and the rest, has to be opened for the blood to flow, or else you think I can't talk about it? I was 30 years of age. That was happening to me. And the last person that saw that was a woman named Audrey Williams. She said, what's wrong with you? I said, I don't know. She said, you're sick. You better see a doctor because you're too young. You're 30 years of age. And I did. And it happened. But I had to stop eating. On the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th day, I was happy. On the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, I was going and holding on to the bathroom. Everything was spinning around. Why? Because all of the mucus that was leaving my brain, my eyes were very foggy. I couldn't see. I was already wearing glasses, but now it's worse. But on the 17th, 18th, 19th, on the 17th day I woke up, I was looking at the ceiling, and I remember feeling so calm, a feeling that I had not experienced in many, many, many years. I was calm. On the 27th day, I didn't hear the wheezing in my chest from the asthma. My diabetes, I couldn't find glucose in my sugar. But on the 57th day of fasting, of not eating anything, I had an erection. Why? Why? Aha! They drain out. It drained out because I was taking these herbs and drinking water. Taking these herbs and juice and drinking water. And the body got a chance to do what? Cleanse itself. You see, it's easy. It's easy to bring back that happiness that we could love, that we could share,